Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you this late afternoon, going into evening time very soon. And sorry that I didn't get to do any other album reviews. I'm probably only going to get done with two today and then get the last one done tomorrow. So this is for Tove Lo's new album, Dirt Femme, I believe is how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. That I'm going to be reviewing for you guys that came out last Friday, October 14th. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for all 12 of these songs by Tove Lo and her new album, Dirt for Me, and let you know what I thought of this album. So let's dive into this new album review. Now, this came out a couple days ago. I just didn't get a chance to review it till now because I was dealing with the illness and all that, the laryngitis thing. So it was really tough for me to do videos when I was coughing my lungs out for the past couple days and all that. But still, the first song is No One Dies From Love. And off the bat, it's not a bad song. I don't really hate this one. Um, I like the beat to it, and basically, Tove Lo sounds pretty good singing in it. Um, so pretty much I was really intrigued with this song and how the synth pop beat was sounding, the dance pop beat was sounding in this song. So pretty much pretty strong track. Sorry if I'm slurring with my wording. Still trying to get over this coughing and all that and the scratchiness in my throat. But still, No One Dies From Love's getting a 4.5 out of 5. It's a solid track. It's got good moments and some unsure moments where I don't know if I like it or not. Suburbia is a solid one too. It's good in its own way. Not sure if I'm connecting with it too much, but the first track was really good. So, um, 4.5 out of 5 for Suburbia. It's a solid one too. Didn't hate it too much. Um, To Die For is the next song, and that one was a little decent. It has some underwhelming moments in the track with how Tove Lo's singing it, and also just the synth pop beat, the dance pop beat. This is a dance pop genre she's going for with this, uh, her music nowadays. So I have not really reviewed her albums. I've only listened to the Habit Stay High song. That was the only song I know from her. Other than that, I haven't listened to her music except for the Heroes song, but that was by another artist that made that song. But she was featured in that song. So To Die For is getting a 4 out of 5. True Romance was a pretty strong track. Solid in its own way. It has good moments, so I wouldn't say it's a terrible song. So 4.5 out of 5 for this one. Grapefruit is the next track, and that was good in its own way. Tove Lo sounds pretty good singing in it, and the chorus is where it shines, and the verses are pretty solid, so they have some weak moments in the verses with how the melody and the lyrics are sounding the way she's singing it, so 4.5 out of 5. Cute and Cruel featuring First Aid Kit, which is a weird name for, I guess, a pop band or something like that. I'm not sure. Unless that's an artist's name. I don't friggin' know for sure. It's weird, honestly, but 4.5 out of 5 for this one. Didn't hate how it was sounding. Just some lyricism I don't know if I can get behind on with this track. Mainly in the verses. Uh, Call on Me was actually pretty strong. S.G. Lewis, I think he's going to have an album out next year in January. So, in a couple months from now. So, I probably might review it and see what I think of it. So, Pretty much Call on Me featuring S.G. Lewis is not a bad song, so 4.5 out of 5. It's a dance pop song, so definitely a song to play in a club for sure. Tension Whore is a decent song. Not sure if I'm feeling for Channel Trez's rapping in it. I wasn't connecting with it too much, but Tove Lo singing in it was fine. So 4 out of 5. Um, Pineapple Slice featuring S.G. Lewis again. Um, Decent song. It's a little weaker than the other S.G. Lewis feature that was in Tove Lo's song Call on Me. I think Call on Me is better than this one. This one is just underwhelming a bit with how it sounds and how the lyrics sound and the way she's singing it and all that. So 4 out of 5. I'm to Blame is a pretty solid track. Not hating it for what it's going for. Tove Lo singing in it is good. Her singing in it's pretty good. And just the execution and the melody of this track is doing pretty solid. So 4.5 out of 5. Kick in the Head had some weird moments with how Tove Lo was singing it, getting up to the lyric Kick in the Head. The beat wasn't bad. It's just some of the lyricism in the song was on the fence with me. But other than that, 4.5 out of 5. And finally, we get to the last track, How Long. And that was actually not a bad song. Was actually feeling for that track a bit with how it sounded. It took a little bit of time to keep the song afloat with how it was doing over me, but pretty much 4.5 out of 5. It's a solid track. It's good in its own way. So overall, production, mixing, and execution, I think Tove Lo's new album, Dirt Femme, was an average listen. It's not the worst thing I've heard this year. It's going to be on my decent to good albums of 2022 by the end of the year. So overall, in my opinion, I think Tove Lo's new album, Dirt Femme, was actually an average album. It has some good moments and it has some underwhelming moments depending on the songs and how they sound. There's a couple songs in particular, like 3, that kind of brought the rating down a bit, but other than that, this is a solid album. It's not too bad. So for a score for me, I'm giving Tove Lo's Dirt From May album a 7.5 out of 10. This is an average listen. It's not too bad. It's better than decent, so that's good. It came really close to giving it an 8, but No One Dies From Love and How Long are probably the personal favorites most fans are going to really like from this album. And there's some other tracks like True Romance and I'm to Blame that were pretty solid, and Call on Me. So there was quite a bit of songs on here that I could appreciate from this album, but everything else was average. So 7.5 out of 10 for me, in my opinion, for Tove Lo Dirt for Me. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the new Tove Lo album Dirt for Me, if you've listened to it, and if you enjoyed this album review for Tove Lo's new album Dirt for Me that I did a review for you guys. I'm sorry that it took a couple days for me to review it. I just came around to it as of now because I was dealing with a viral infection for the past couple days. It was laryngitis. It wasn't fun, but I got through it. I got through the worst of it already. The 3 days of the cold, the fever, the shivering, all that stuff. And I'm doing a little better now. It's just the hoarse throat stuff and all that. My voice sounds a little horsey or hoarse or whatever. Not the way I freaking said it. That was kind of weird and creepy for sure, but still. If you did enjoy this album review, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. I will be returning to you for another album review for Alter Bridge, Pawns and Kings. And finally, the last album review for October 14th releases will be tomorrow for Lorna Shore, Pain Remains. So definitely tune into that. I hope you enjoyed this album review for Tove, Dirt Femme. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. Let me know in the comment section below if I said it right, Dirt Femme, if I said the name of the album right. Um, and if I didn't, you can correct me in the comment section below. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this album review for Tove, Dirt Femme. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. I'll have more videos coming out pretty soon. So until then, stay safe. Take care, guys. And sorry about that. That was my throat. And I was eating a bit, and my throat sounds so monotoned a bit because of my vocals being messed up. But I'm recovering in due time. It's just taking a little bit of time. So as always, I will see you in my next review.